G'day, it's Pete here, and we are into the final of the World Bridge series. So we'll jump in, take a look at this. Today we're only going to see the first half of it. They're playing the next half tomorrow, but let's see all the action from the start of the final. So here we have Team Nickel versus Team Venton. And today I wanted to highlight a few different boards where sort of the card play deviated and some really interesting things that I spotted in the card play. So here we had a 2-heart opening by North, and it just went 2 hearts past 4 hearts. At the other table, it went past with this North cards, and East with 7 spades, but vulnerable against Not. Without great quality spades, he had still decided to preempt, but they just dropped it down a level, so they just decided to open 2 spades. That went pass, double, and South got to 4 hearts. Now, here at this table where it went to spade opening, you fetched a spade lead. Now, played the other way up, it's a little bit different about what they lead. So here, the spade lead isn't too taxing. So they get to win here, and they start drawing trumps. They continue with another club, and then they switch to a diamond, and they finesse and just draw trumps. And at this stage, 10 relatively easy tricks. At the other table, it went 2 hearts past 4 hearts. So now they've played it the other way up, and the hand with a lot of distribution is on lead, and they get to find the diamond lead, which is a lot more testing. So here, after the diamond lead and they win, at this stage, it looks pretty normal just to draw trumps. So here they played a heart and they win the ace. They find a club over to the ace, and then another diamond, which gets roughed, and the king of hearts still to come. What I wanted to highlight here on this board, though, is you can still make this contract after the diamond lead. So if you're interested, do you want to pause the video now and try and work out what do you actually have to do to make this? Now, I'm not saying that you should do this, but I just found this play kind of cool, and there's not really many clues on this one. But here, what you can see is the opponents always get 2 hearts, and they always get their ace of clubs. But what you want to do is try and make it so that they can't get their diamond rough effectively. Now, there's a couple of things here. Firstly, if West wins the king of hearts first, it means East used their low heart. And if they're trumping, they're going to be trumping with their ace of hearts, which isn't really that effective. So what you can actually do on this one is here, you can cut communication. And the way you want to do this is you make it so that East wins a trick instead of West, and you don't let West get their ace of clubs. They still get a trick, but we've messed up their communication. So here, what you can actually do is play a spade, and then you can play the king of spades, and you throw a club away. And then after that, you play the 9 of spades, and you throw another club away. And they get to win, but now they can't get over to the other hand effectively to get that extra trick. Anyway, I found that pretty interesting that you can play 3 rounds of spades to actually make this contract. No real reason to do it, especially on a uncontested auction here. You might be considering, well, what's that lead from? Is it a singleton? But you could just hope that East has the ace of clubs instead. So just checking out the score here, there was tons of action from today. With big swings all over the place. One I didn't check out was 6 spades down 1 and 4 hearts down 1 for a flat board. So funny flat board there. But here, checking out the card play, swings about. Venton took the lead here, up 16 imps, 64 to 48 after the first 16 boards. All right, let's jump into stanza 2. This set was a fair bit more tame. Nickel caught up a little bit, but the score is still 67 to 61 going into the final board of stanza number 2. And here, what we've got is an auction that was duplicated at both tables. Pass, a diamond, a spade, and they bid a no trump. So here, Hampson actually led the 2 of hearts. And they started by playing low heart, and then they switched to a spade. And here they found a nice play of taking the ace of spades. You know that spades are 5 with South and probably 2 with North. And South won't have king, queen, jack of spades. So if you hop up with the ace, what happens is that they actually block the suit. So here, if I open it up, here they'll play low, and your 10 of spades is still so makes the suit tangled up a bit as well. So I liked the ace of spades play. Then there's another challenge that comes later. So after winning this, they played a diamond up towards the jack, and this wins. So what do you actually want to do from this spot? So here you've still got a couple of hearts, you got a club. You want to build the diamond suit, but if you look at this west hand, you don't really have any good entries over there. So what are you going to do at this stage? So here they found a nice play of just still playing on diamond, but just forcing out the ace, knocking out the entry to the south hand to overcalled. They don't know that the ace of diamonds is in the south hand, but they do know that queen of diamonds is in the north hand. So they came out the king, and south is on lead. And here they then kept playing spades, which went low towards the queen. Here they tried the 10 of spades. Like, they know that north probably has an honor, but if that's the case, your 10's completely useless. So this is just in case something really crazy is happening. So a little bit of an insurance play. So here they covered this, and then over to the heart, and now played a diamond and hoped for the best. Diamonds are 3-3. And the club 10 is in the north hand. So they actually get to win their 9 of clubs, and they've got the rest. Now, there was a tricky but interesting play that could have allowed north-south to still beat 1 no trump. So here, after the ace of spades, diamond to the jack. And then when they play king of diamonds, the south hand needs more entries. So here they take the ace. And if they can throw the queen away, this means the 10 of diamonds will win later. Which, if we follow the play, when they played a spade and then this club, heart over, if the queen of diamonds was gone, this 10 would be winning now and the spades would be all good. So there was a neat play to actually beat 1 no trump on that line. At the other table, exactly the same auction, and here it went queen of spades lead instead of a heart lead. Now, you've still got spade stoppers. The 10 of spades is quite powerful here. And what's going to happen is queen of spades and then a spade, and they won. They've cut communication so that the north can't play it. And here they played a diamond to the 9. They're missing the ace queen 10. So another reasonable choice of finesse here. And south just wins the 10. And interestingly here, south actually plays the king of clubs. They know that if they play the king of spades, they're setting up west's 10 of spades. Here, the king of clubs isn't effective at all, but they were hoping their partner might have something reasonable in clubs. So they came out the king of clubs, which also cuts communication to this west hand. So they have to take the ace, and they're not going to be getting back to that hand. So here they win, and then finally play a diamond, and they have to guess, should they put in the king or the jack? And you might be thinking, oh yeah, I should be putting in the jack, the south hand's overcalled, they've probably got more points. But here they went in with the king here. And at this stage, now south's got time to play king of spades. And then they play a club, and they're going to lose a diamond and 2 clubs from here and go down. So here, why did west play a diamond to the king instead of a diamond to the jack? So if we go back, I think it comes back to south's choice of play. So here, spade, they put in the jack, and then they played a diamond, and this king of clubs plays, switching tack to actually go after clubs rather than to build their spades. So often if you realize that you're out of entries or don't think you'll be able to get in time, setting up the spades might not be too effective. So if you didn't have the ace of diamonds, you might be thinking, okay, if I keep going with spades, I'm going to set up a trick and I won't actually get back in. So switching to clubs is something that you can do. Well, maybe we can get partner in and we can build club tricks that way. So I reckon this king of clubs play here and changing tack from spades to clubs is what did it and made west consider playing a diamond to the king rather than a diamond to the jack. But interesting one there. Small part score battle, but interesting, intricate hand. So checking out the scoreboard. Here, Venton's still in the lead. They're up by 12 imps, but small pickup for Nickel. So a much tamer set here. We're 1/3 of the way through the final. Let's check out what the stanza 3, the halfway point of the final, will bring us. And here we've got an auction go spade, 2 hearts, 2 spades, 4 spades. At the other table, they did get to 4 spades, but a 2 diamond opening by South, 2 spades, 4 diamonds, 4 spades. So here, what I wanted to show, we'll jump to this table first. And here, there's a pretty interesting 4 spade play hand. So they get the king of clubs lead and they win the ace. And at this stage, what do they actually want to do? So if you draw trumps, you're going to be in a bit of a pickle with the clubs being out, the hearts being out, and you sort of need to work on a side suit early. So here they decided to go after clubs first to try and set those up. And they just played low to the 8 and they win the 9. And then when the opponent started drawing trumps. So here they get to win. And now what they did is they played a club and they roughed in with the 9. This is playing North to have the 10 of spades. When South gets to over rough, you've still got 2 heart losers and they can draw the trump. So here when they rough and they draw the trump, they've still got a couple of losers here. The club's still out. They can't rough that anymore. And they've got 2 hearts. So they've lost 2 tricks and they're going to lose 3 more and go 2 down. So 1 discard here. They rough and another club. And then they played, they were claimed, but they get 2 more heart tricks in the ending there for down 2. At the other table, here with the diamond bidding, they got a diamond lead instead of the king of clubs. And they just trumped this early so that they're in the west hand. And at this stage, again, you still need to work on side suits, but they opted to work on the heart suit instead. So it started with a heart up and they took the king and they started getting into their clubs. And here they just crossed over and then drew 1 more trump and then continued hearts. They didn't get rid of all the trumps. It's important that you keep at least 1 trump in this east hand to prevent them going after clubs. But here they then play a heart and they take their club. And at this stage, North-South have 3 tricks and there's still a trump out. And how you actually navigate this one's pretty tricky. So here they then played a club and they had to rough with the queen of spades to prevent getting over roughed. And what you have to actually do here to make the contract, well, there's still a trump out. If you play a heart, it gets roughed. If you play the ace of diamonds and throw a heart away, then you don't have access to the good hearts. So what they actually have to do here is play the ace of diamonds. And when they follow, you trump it, because you don't need that ace of diamonds. You need to get back to your hand to do that, to draw the trumps. And now in with the king of spades and all the hearts are good. So roughing your ace to actually get back to hand, really cool play. So they played the ace of diamonds and just claimed, but they managed to make 4 spades, going after the hearts instead of the clubs on this one. So cool hand. Let's check out the score. So good set for nickel. They picked up 28 imps. They're up by 16, 100 to 84 at the halfway point. Few good pickups along the way. But more action to come tomorrow, and we'll see who our world champions are. Thanks all for watching, and I'll see you next time.